Have you ever been in a romantic relationship that you have wanted to end, that you have felt like is not the right relationship for you, but stayed in it out of guilt, for fear that if you were to end the relationship, it would hurt the other person too much? Or maybe this is a relationship that you're in now and you want to end the relationship, but you stay because you're afraid it would be too hurtful to end the relationship. If you do feel this way or have ever felt this way, you would not be alone. In fact, there is research from Samantha Joel and colleagues in 2018. The research from Joel and colleagues showed that people may be motivated sometimes to stay in relationships for the sake of the other person, even when they want to end the relationship. So feel guilty. People may sometimes feel guilt, and that guilt may cause people to stay even when they don't want to. If this is you, if this is someone that you know or care about, it's important to understand this. Romantic relationships are voluntary relationships. And in addition, I always say that relationships are risky business in that they are emotionally risky. It requires that one be okay with taking the emotional risk of loving someone, caring about someone, and investing in a relationship, even when we all understand there are no guarantees. Sometimes relationships do not last forever. And sometimes, if a relationship becomes too unhealthy, one member of the couple may want to end the relationship. If you are the one staying in a relationship out of guilt, purely because you believe that you leaving or ending it could hurt the other person too much, it's really important that you look at the other person's life and that you help them build up a support network. Look at what emotional supports do they have in their life. Do they have close family that they confide in? Do they have close friends? Are they involved in groups or organizations? People who feel socially connected to others will generally cope better in life. And so, one of the things that you can do if you're feeling unhappy in a relationship with someone and staying out of guilt is to try to help them build more connections. That's the first step. And then the second step is to also remember that you can always encourage someone to seek out individual therapy on their own. So maybe your partner would be well served to take inventory of their own emotional needs. Are their own emotional needs being met? Perhaps that person thinks that they want to stay in a relationship with you, but maybe actually they need to talk with somebody about it and ask themselves if this relationship has even been meeting some of their emotional needs. Maybe it hasn't, and maybe individual therapy could help them do that. In addition, it would take some of the responsibility off of you from you feeling like it is your responsibility to stay in the relationship to help them meet their emotional needs. And finally, remember that individual therapy is also something that can be helpful for you. You can talk to somebody and work out, kind of process these issues about whether it is the right decision for you to stay in this relationship out of guilt. My hope is, though, that you do think more about some of these issues and talk to close friends who have good level heads on their shoulders, and always seek a mental health professional when you feel like you need some consistent outside opinion that can be helpful. You may also find some other videos on my channel here helpful, as well as my podcast, Insight with Dr. Seth, where I go deeper on all kinds of human behavior issues so that we can understand ourselves and each other better. Take care, everybody.